Here we go, last little quick intro piece. This is the third of the comic books that I believe should be turned into movies, but probably won't. Which brings me to the one, more than any, I want to see this one made. Probably never going to happen, but this is the one I really want. Transmetropolitan. To try and describe this book and this character, Spider Jerusalem, to anyone who hasn't read it, imagine if Hunter S. Thompson lived in the world of Blade Runner. And you're pretty much there. Spider is a journalist, and he is a despicable human being. He is a massive drug user. He is violent as heck. He's misogynistic. He hates people to a degree that is simply epic. But he also has a clear, unwavering devotion to finding out and reporting the truth. Now that's pretty much literally his only virtue. He doesn't even have the faith in his readers that they will do anything useful with the truth he's giving them, but he's still going to find it. And he's still going to put it out there. And this book is so, first of all, funny. It's incredibly funny from start to finish. It is a riot, but it's also really cutting. There's a lot of commentary in this, and it's not subtle commentary, but it still hits pretty darn close to home, usually with a wicked sense of humor at every step. Now, the reason that this probably is never going to get made, this has to be rated R. You could do Sandman, PG-13. You could do Far West, PG-13. And generally, when you're doing comic book movies, you kind of have to do PG-13 because you need that wider audience pool to offset the cost of these things because they're expensive. This has to be R. Actually, this has to be borderline NC-17. You cannot water down this character because if you do, you have betrayed absolutely everything that this comic book and this character is about. He has to remain raw. He has to be swearing in every single sentence. He has to be beating the crap out of people who looked at him the wrong way. You cannot tone it down. R-rated comic book movies, the most successful one from a strictly box office standpoint was Watchmen. Before that, you had the Blade movies, but they had the horror thing going with them, which is its own thing unto itself. Other than that, what have we had? We had Punisher Warzone. There's not a lot of faith in R-rated comic book movies. You know, Kick-Ass is doing okay, but this is going to be more expensive than Kick-Ass is. You have to create that sort of futuristic but not completely off the charts. It needs to be familiar but still have all the ramped up technology. It's not going to be cheap to do, and because it's not going to be cheap, nobody's ever going to put the money behind us. And people have tried. Patrick Stewart, huge fan of this, tried to get this thing going with himself to star about a decade ago, and if he could have gotten it off the ground, would have been brilliant. Honestly, as much as I love Patrick Stewart, he's too old for the part now. But this still should get made. I want to see a trailer where Spider Jerusalem screams at the top of his lungs at the audience to go f*** themselves and gives them all the finger. That is the movie I want to see. And there you go. Those are three comic books that I think could really cleanly translate to film and probably never will. On that slightly down note, this council is adjourned.